the Middle East is often seen as a paradise. Some people say that everyone in the Middle East is rich and can earn $4,000 a month in Dubai. Some even say that Dubai's police cars are Lamborghinis and Mercedes-Benz. And if you encounter a traffic jam, you just call, and a helicopter will come to rescue you, taking off right on the spot. However, the real Dubai may be completely different from what you think. Incestuous marriage, polygamy, and the royal family indulging in captivity are common. 85% of people are exhausted and may not have enough to eat. Today, we will take everyone into what some call a man's paradise for women, a so-called holy land marketed as heaven but crafted from hell, Dubai. First of all, we have to understand that Dubai is not a country but an emirate, one of the 7 that make up the United Arab Emirates. The capital of the UAE is Abu Dhabi, but Dubai is the most famous. It boasts some of the world's best, like the tallest building, the first 7-star hotel, and even an at the moment that can dispense gold. The concept of money in Dubai seems to be ingrained in everyone's DNA worldwide. But if you really go there and see it, you'll realize it feels like being obsessed with an idol who actually isn't what they seem. Dubai is a city where heaven and hell coexist. The wealthy areas are packed with luxury cars, while the slums are so poor that dirt covers the streets. Almost all of the shop assistants are either Indian, Pakistani, or Filipino, and only of the locals have money. The remaining 85% are foreign workers, toiling away in harsh conditions for meager wages, usually only $5,000 to $6,000 a month. And the idea that foreigners can strike it rich just by begging in Dubai is nonsense. Friends, put away your rice bowls and think carefully. Begging is illegal in Dubai, and beggars face imprisonment. In 2016, a Chinese woman believed the rumors, begged on the streets and was deported, permanently blacklisted from the country. In March this year, Dubai police arrested 17 beggars in one sweep. It's even tougher for the beggar gangs to survive now, as Dubai has launched an app specifically to report beggars. Think about it. If we had such an app here, who would you most like to report? The lives of workers are harsh, and even locals don't live as luxuriously as legend suggests. According to the Forbes Global Tax Misery Index, the UAE ranks second among countries with the lightest tax burdens. The government provides subsidies for marriage, housing, studying abroad, and medical care. Where does the money come from? You should know, Dubai's oil reserves are the lowest in the UAE and have long been depleted. With oil wells drying up, Dubai now maintains its fiscal balance through low taxes but high fees. Everything in Dubai costs money. All the land is owned by the royal family and cannot be sold, only rented, and the rent is exorbitant. A typical apartment costs about $160,000 a year in rent, with countless other fees. According to the Dubai government website, there are 502 different services that charge fees, including tourism and road service fees. The costs are unimaginable, and their charging standards are extremely high. For example, China charges $140 for a visa, the United States charges $160, but Dubai charges only $27.20. As for the rumors of luxury cars, they're partly true, but it's not as widespread as some say. Only certain areas of Dubai are filled with luxury cars, while most streets are filled with ordinary Japanese cars. And that legendary at the moment that dispenses gold bars? It's only shown in a promotional video for the Vietland 4th Hotel. Whether it's real or fake, you can judge for yourself. The man-made buildings in Dubai's new city are undoubtedly beautiful, but almost all foreign workers live in the rundown old city. The infrastructure in Dubai is not as good as many believe, and it has a typical desert climate. When ranking the top 10 richest cities in the world, like New York in the USA, Tokyo in Japan, or Hong Kong in China, Dubai doesn't even make the list. So why do people think of Dubai whenever the world's richest cities are mentioned? This is largely thanks to the current ruler of Dubai, often dubbed the contemporary marketing king, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum. His name is often a tongue twister and hard to remember, but his face is recognizable to many. He's famous for saying, "I am rich but still insist on working every day." Netizens often tease him, saying that his daughters aren't living up to expectations as they stay home watching Women and Three Dragons. In reality, these are just jokes made by uninformed netizens who don't understand Arabic. His real interviews were about national events and didn't touch on those topics at all. In short, it was Sheikh Mohammed who single-handedly transformed Dubai from a small backward fishing village into the modern, world-class city it is today. In the past, residents made a living by gathering wild pearls. By the 1960s, they earned some money by drilling for oil, but the reserves were too small and quickly ran out. Sheikh Mohammed had far more ambitious plans. He used Dubai's first pot of gold to build a port, an airport, the artificial Palm Islands, a 7-star hotel, and the Burj Khalifa. His goal was always to build something the world had never seen before and make it the best in the world. His vision extended decades into the future, with roads designed to accommodate dozens of cars in parallel, light rail platforms resembling airport terminals, and the fastest buses in the world. While building Dubai, Sheikh Mohammed also used his marketing skills to release promotional videos worldwide, attracting tourists to experience this wealthy resort city. His strategies proved to be highly successful, and Dubai rose rapidly in just a few decades. It is said that Sheikh Mohammed's abilities were honed during childhood when his father toughened him by exposing him to hardships, including placing a scorpion on him to test his endurance. Although he didn't become the Scorpion Man, he became known as the father of Dubai in the eyes of the people. As the nation prospered, the royal family naturally became even wealthier. Sheikh Mohammed himself is Dubai's biggest tycoon, and two companies under his control run the city's entire economic lifeline. His greatest passion, however, is horse racing, on which he spends at least $1 billion annually. He is also the owner of the world's highest-profile equestrian competition, the Dubai World Cup. The winner of this competition receives $8 million, and the Dubai government covers all travel and accommodation costs, including staying for free in the world's only 7-star hotel. If you're interested, you can even register to participate, but you'll need to buy a horse for around $2 million first. Interestingly, although the Dubai royal family is immensely wealthy, they are known for their arrogance, and many of the princesses and princes seek to escape, even at the risk of their lives. In 2019, Dubai witnessed a shocking event when Princess Haya, Sheikh Mohammed's beloved wife, fled to the UK overnight with her 2 children and a massive sum of $2.6 billion. She sued her husband, accusing him of abuse against her and their daughter. The sheikh retaliated, accusing her of cheating on him with her bodyguard for 5 years. In response to his grief and anger, Sheikh Mohammed posted a revenge poem on social media, expressing his heartbreak in dramatic fashion. The poem's content revealed the pain he felt with lines like, "A deadly sword has pierced my soul and driven me mad. You have no place in my life. I don't care whether you live or die." Let's start with Sheikh Mohammed's numerous lovers and wives, focusing on his most cherished concubine. Publicly, there are 6 recognized wives, although in Dubai and other Arab countries, a man can legally marry up to 4 wives. Despite this, these women hold a low status and rarely appear in public. They are expected to stay at home, taking care of their husbands and children. This arrangement led to some controversy recently, with calls for reconsideration of the practices involving marriage to royal figures. Sheikh Mohammed's first wife, Hud, is his cousin. To preserve the purity of bloodlines and reinforce political ties, the Arab royal family often marries close relatives. Princess Hud married Sheikh Mohammed at the age of 17 and has remained largely out of the public eye. Online searches yield only a childhood photo of her, taken when she was just 10 years old. After marriage, she dedicated herself to having children, giving birth to 12 in total. The first prince was born in 1981, the second in 1982, and the third in 1983. Remarkably, the third and fourth princesses were born in the same year, one in January and the other in December, indicating that Princess Hud was perpetually pregnant. Despite her remarkable fertility, Princess Hud was not Sheikh Mohammed's favored wife. His new love was the second princess, Haya, who is the protagonist in the story of revenge and disappearance. Born into a prestigious family, Haya is the daughter of King Hussein of Jordan. Educated in elite institutions, she is proficient in 6 languages, has a master's degree from Oxford, and is the first Jordanian female athlete to compete in the Olympics. Haya is a stark contrast to traditional Arab women, embodying confidence and independence. Sheikh Mohammed fell in love with Haya at first sight at a horse racing event. Recognizing her uniqueness, he pursued her aggressively. In 2004, Haya officially became the second princess of Dubai. Initially, their relationship seemed affectionate and loving. Haya enjoyed freedoms not afforded to other wives, such as the choice of attire and freedom from palace confinement. In 2007, she gave birth to a daughter, Princess Agalia, and in 2012, to a son, Prince Zaid. Their marriage seemed to blend politics and genuine affection. However, on April 15, 2019, Princess Haya fled to the UK with her 2 children and sought political asylum. Coincidentally, or perhaps intentionally, Sheikh Mohammed announced his divorce from Haya on the anniversary of her father's death, adding to the dramatic nature of the situation. The question arises, why did Haya seek asylum in such a dramatic manner? The answer lies in the low status of women in Arab divorce cases. In such cases, if a man initiates a divorce, it proceeds without issue. Conversely, if a woman seeks a divorce, the man's consent is required, and she often loses custody of her children. Princess Haya made a statement to the media, shedding light on her difficult circumstances. The reason Princess Haya fled was that Sheikh Mohammed wanted to betroth her 12-year-old daughter to the 34-year-old Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia. When Haya refused this arrangement, she was imprisoned by the sheikh. Fearing for her and her daughter's safety, she was compelled to use every means possible to escape Dubai. She first flew to Germany, and then made her way to London, England. In fact, Haya wasn't the first to attempt an escape. 2 other Dubai princesses had tried before, though they failed. Their escape attempts were dramatic, and I'll discuss the details of those later. Compared to these previous attempts, Haya had a significant advantage. She had a supportive mother-in-law. Upon arriving in the UK, Haya moved into a large mansion arranged by the Jordanian royal family and hired a team of security guards to protect her around the clock. Meanwhile, the Dubai government sent an official letter to the UK demanding Haya's immediate return or threatening to renegotiate their cooperation agreements. The UK, caught in a difficult position, initially rejected the Dubai government's extradition request and then denied Haya's application for political asylum. They preferred to stay out of the conflict, stating that they would not be involved in the matter. With her visa nearing expiration, Haya faced the possibility of being forced back to Dubai. In a desperate move, the King of Jordan appointed Haya as the head of Jordan's delegation in the UK, despite objections from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. This new position allowed Haya to remain in the UK and apply for political asylum more formally. With her family's strong support, Haya felt confident and hired Fiona Shackleton, the most renowned divorce lawyer in the UK. Known as Iron Lady, Shackleton had never lost a case. including representing Prince Charles in his divorce from Princess Diana. Shackleton's reputation led to Diana withdrawing her claims against the princess and negotiating a minimum alimony of £17 million. The Queen was so pleased with Shackleton's work that she made her a baroness. Sheikh Mohammed lacked such powerful assistance. His strategy involved making false accusations against Haya, claiming she had an affair with her bodyguards and offering them expensive gifts. In Arab countries, infidelity is severely punished, but these were merely Sheikh Mohammed's accusations. Both Haya and the bodyguards denied the claims, and the Sheikh failed to provide evidence. Consequently, he refused to go to court, and the London court ruled that Sheikh Mohammed had violated international human rights laws, including illegal imprisonment, defamation, and abuse. Haya was granted custody of her daughter, and the court ordered Sheikh Mohammed to pay Haya £55.4 billion, approximately 4.6 billion RMB in alimony. Haya's victory marked her as the only Dubai royal family member to escape unscathed, highlighting the importance of a strong support system. The two remaining princesses of Dubai were not as fortunate. In 2001, 18-year-old Princess Samantha attempted to escape an arranged marriage. She was quickly captured by 4 men and brought back to Dubai, where Sheikh Mohammed imprisoned her for 8 years as punishment. According to Samantha's sister, she now lives like an anesthetized zombie, wandering the palace. There has been no further news about her since. The second princess, Latifa, tried to escape twice. Her first attempt ended with her capture and a 3-year imprisonment. She made another attempt 7 years later, enlisting the help of a French businessman and a Finnish martial arts instructor. In 2018, the trio disguised themselves and attempted to escape by boat. However, the UAE armed forces intercepted them halfway to India, forcibly abducted Latifa, and coerced the other two into signing agreements admitting they had kidnapped the princess. Fortunately, Latifa managed to record a video before her escape, revealing that she had been abused by her father for many years and was imprisoned in a hidden location. In the video, she expressed her determination to flee Dubai. This revelation led to a BBC documentary that included in-depth interviews with 2 of Latifa's helpers. After her capture, Latifa mysteriously disappeared for 3 years and only reappeared in 2021. By then, she appeared lifeless and reported being imprisoned in a villa with barred windows. Fearing she might never see the sun again, it seems Sheikh Mohammed's life is filled with mysteries,